Hey everyone, my name is Jung Ho, and today I'm gonna present hepatitis A. So hepatitis A is a highly contagious liver infection caused by the hepatitis A virus, HAV. The virus is one of the several types of hepatitis that cause inflammation and affect your liver's ability to function. Mild cases of hepatitis A usually don't require treatments. However, some severe cases require treatment in several months. So about characteristics of hepatitis A virus, it is a member of the family Picornaviridae and the genus hepatovirus. So its formal name is hepatovirus A, or else you can call it like hepatitis A virus. It does have some different names like human hepatitis A virus or simian hepatitis A virus. It is non-enveloped. It does have positive single-stranded RNA genome and an icosahedral structure. And the structure consists of 60 protomers, and each protomer has 3 polypeptides, VP1, VP2, and VP3. So here's the taxonomy. And about the history of the hepatitis A. So the first description of hepatitis A are generally attributed to Hippocrates. So he first named the disease epidemic jaundice, and for some outbreaks of jaundice happened in the 17th and 18th centuries were reported, particularly in association with military campaigns. And in the 1940s, hepatitis A was first differentiated from hepatitis B, which has a longer incubation period. In the 1970s, identification of the virus and the development of serologic tests helped differentiate hepatitis A from other non-B hepatitis. The pathogenesis. The infection is acquired by mouth, i.e. through fecal or oral transmission. The virus replicates in liver. So after 10 to 12 days, the virus is present in blood and is excreted via the biliary system into the feces. The peak infectivity occurs during the 2 weeks period before onset of jaundice or elevation of liver enzymes. The elevation of liver enzymes, as known, the concentration of virus in stool declines after jaundice appears. Children may excrete virus longer than adults. The virus is highly resistant to detergent, acid, solvents, drying, and temperature up to 60 Celsius degree. About the replication cycle of the virus. The cycle is lytic. In following ingestion, HAV enters the bloodstream through the epithelium of the oropharynx or intestine, and then the blood will carry the virus to its target, which is the liver, where it starts multiplying within hepatocyte and cover cells, and they are the liver's macrophages. And the replication is cytoplasmic. In other words, the virus spends the whole its existence in cytoplasm to replicate. So entry into the host cell, of course, is achieved by attachment of the virus to the host receptors, which mediates endocytosis. And replication follows the positive single-stranded RNA virus replication model by using a virus-encoded RNA-dependent RNA polymerase to replicate, and then translation takes place by viral initiation. After that, the virus will assist the host cell by lysis, breaking cell membrane and viral porins. How innate immune responds to HAV. TLR3 and cytolysis are Ig1 like an MDA5 helicases. They are the pattern recognition receptors. They will sense viral RNA and activate innate immune system signaling pathways that induce IFN expression. The HAV then will interfere both of the innate immune mechanisms via cleavage of essential adaptive pathways. Transmission. So humans are the only natural reservoir of the virus. There are no insect or animal vectors. Infection occurs in conditions of poor sanitation. It could be transmitted by parenteral route, but it's very rare. However, some risk groups such as drug users and their caretaker are still infected by this route. So foodborne outbreaks are common, and ingestion of shellfish cultivated in polluted water is associated with a high risk of infection. It's categorized in direct and indirect transmission. Here's direct transmission. So eating food prepared by someone who has HIV and they did not properly wash their hands after using the bathroom, and then having sex with someone who has HIV, mostly men with men, and not washing hands after changing a diaper. And indirect transmission, eating uncooked food that is HIV contaminated, eating cooked food that is not heated to 85 Celsius degree for 1 minute after being contaminated with HIV, and drinking contaminated water. This doesn't happen a lot in developed country because they only use chlorinated water, which can kill HIV. Symptoms of hepatitis A. So hepatitis A doesn't cause chronic liver disease and is rarely fatal. It is the most common acute liver disease in the world. Symptoms: jaundice is the major symptom. So yellow skin and eyes, and sometimes you will have dark urine. Then fatigue, fever, vomiting, appetite loss, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and the uncommon and very rare one are the kidney failure and pericarditis. Incubation period is from 2 to 6 weeks with an average of 28 days. Contagious period is from 1 to 2 weeks before symptoms appear and is minimal about 1 week after the onset of jaundice. So the symptoms will last less than 2 months, but for some people it will last up to 6 months. Diagnosis: you can diagnose hepatitis A virus in two ways. First is, as I mentioned, by the symptoms. You can discuss it with your doctor. Second one is blood test. So this will detect antibodies in your blood that are produced by the immune system in response to response to a hepatitis A infection. So obviously the first antibody to respond is IgM. Second one, IgG. This only present in persons who have been vaccinated, and the presence of IgG means that the illness means that the illness has passed its acute stage, and the person will immune to further infection. Next one is ALT. Well, it's not an antibody, but during acute stage of hepatitis A, ALT or liver enzyme alanine transferase is present in the blood at a level much higher than normal. In vaccine, we have two kinds of vaccine available: HAV-RIX and VAQTA. The difference between them is like HAV-RIX is prepared with a preservative, and VAQTA doesn't contain a preservative. So their formulations are the same: pediatric formulation approved for person 12 months through 18 years, and adult formulation approved for person 19 years and older. They are approved for 2-dose schedules. The second dose of VA-QTA is administered for some 6 to 18 months after the first dose, and the second dose of HAV-RX is administered from 6 to 12 months after the first dose. Treatment. There is no specific treatment for hepatitis A is known. However, recovery from symptoms following infection may take several weeks or months. Well, actually, you can do some therapy to balance your nutritional so you can do some therapy like replacement of fluid loss from vomiting and diarrhea to balance your nutrition in the body. Prevention. So easily, hepatitis A can be prevented by vaccination, good hygiene, and sanitation. Incidence and prevalence. So since infections only occur in poor condition of sanitation, so developing countries are at high risk of infection. The infection is popular in Asia, Eastern Europe, and Africa, except in South Africa. So India accounts for 60% of individuals across the world without access to the toilets. And well, however, the risk of death is only less than 5.5%. Here's a picture of how a polluted river, and the people living in this area, they got to use the water in this river for their daily activities, and this is very contagious. And here's the secular trends in the United States. In 1966, hepatitis A became nationally reportable as a distinct entity. During the pre-vaccine era in the United States, hepatitis A occurred in large nationwide epidemics. However, in 1996, due to vaccination initiation, the rate of hepatitis A was declining. Up to 1998, it was at low levels. After a long downward trend between 2012 and 2013, it started increasing again, due to a large multi-state outbreak associated with pomegranate arrows imported from Turkey. And in 2016, the increase were due to 2 hepatitis A outbreaks, and each of which were linked to imported foods, and it kept increasing until 2018, as you can see in the chart. And who is at high risk? Of course, infants. They have no ideas of which is clean and what is not clean to touch and eat. So they are the most they're really at the high risk and contagious individual. So people who use injection and non-injection drugs, people who experience homeless or with unstable housing, or men who have sex with men, travelers from a country is at high risk of hepatitis A. And research efforts and future outlooks. So for the research, they were able to determine hepatitis A as an autoimmune disease, and the WHO are planning for a large-scale immunization programs, and they also plan to create vaccination against hepatitis A, and they believe it should be a part of a comprehensive plan for the prevention and control of viral hepatitis. And here's my references. Thank you for listening. I'm so sorry, it's kind of so long and I got to talk so fast, so I missed a lot of information. Sorry guys, and thank you. Bye bye.